Hello everybody, what's happening? My name's Neil. Welcome along to Midlife Motors, and this morning you find me 270 miles away from home in Huddersfield of all places. The Yaris has just done an epic journey, because you might have heard in the little review we did the other week that we were thinking of replacing this car, and we've come to Toyota here because that's exactly what we're going to do today. Stay tuned and you'll see what it is. I see a little... Is that the new GR86 over there? We might have a nosy at that as well. Well, whilst I've got a little bit of spare time and the people here at RRG have made me a lovely cup of coffee, I thought we better have a look at this GR86, because I'm going to have to eat my words here today, because in a few posts on the internet I've said I think this car looks a little bit bland, and I am completely wrong. I mean, this colour is fantastic, but there's some lovely design and style touches that really make this car work well. The first one, the one that I like the most, is a sort of, I didn't realise these had like a double roof, like a bubbled roof. That looks really nice. When you look down the wing there as well, I like the way it sort of doubles out, and then the vents, can you see the air vent there? That's real. Excellent stuff, excellent stuff. And then the back flows in nicely, the rear arch blisters out, the skirt sort of concaves in, really does look good. And then round at the back, I think the back just comes together really nicely, and it sits on its haunches well. 3, 2, 1, go. Yes, look at that. So we've got 2019, you'll be able to tell by the registration number, Toyota Corolla. It's I think they call it a sports touring. We'll jump in it, we'll get heading up the road because it's getting on a little bit now. Catch up with you when we're en route. Here it comes. Sort of silvery, quite a nice silver colour. Driving past the... We're leaving the Yaris here. It's not coming home with us this time. So this one is it's a manual. This one, it's not a one of those horrible CVT gearboxes, so it's not a hybrid. This is a 1.2 petrol. I think it's a 1.2 turbo engine they have in these now. We'll find out a little bit about it. Like I say, it's going to replace the Yaris, so it'll be doing lots of daily duties, lots of dog duties, lots of station runs, that sort of thing. Well, we made it back home, fortunately. The weather's been appalling since we got back, but there's been a little break in it today, so I've managed to give the car a quick wash, and I've hit it with some wax as well, just to give it a little bit of protection, because it will be going into use as my daily driver tomorrow. Unfortunately, I haven't really been able to get any shots of driving the car. We'll do that another day, I think. I just wanted to wrap this video up. So what is it? I think I mentioned before, it's a replacement for my Yaris, which is exactly correct, being my daily driver. It's 2019, and it's quite a low spec car. It's an Icon Tech. I think there's 3 levels of spec. Icon is the bottom, but this one fortunately has got the all-important Tech Pack, and I'll explain a little bit about that when we take the car for a drive. Quite pleased with it. It drove back really nicely. The seats were very comfortable, and it does have a lot of tech in this car. Bit of an unloved model, this, of the Corolla, with it being a tourer rather than everybody wants a hatch, and it's a 1.2 petrol rather than a hybrid, which everybody wants. So this was sitting a little bit unloved, a little bit cheap at a dealer. So I had to jump at the chance. Not often I get a chance to upgrade. I didn't have bundles of cash to upgrade the Yaris, but really wanted something bigger, and that's what we've got. The light's fading, so I'll try and make this fast, but it's quite a handsome thing. I mean, okay, I'm being a bit biased, but bear in mind what I'm coming from. So to me, it's absolutely huge, and the best thing so far has got to be the amount of space in this car. The boot is absolutely ginormous, and the dog's loving it, which is good. Really easy to drive, lovely gearbox I found on the way up the road, and like I say, although it's a lowly model, we'll go through what it has got in it. I mean, it's got a virtual dash, lovely sort of big chairs, and all the tech that you could possibly, can't even speak just now, possibly need. It even parks itself. It's even got a button to park itself. Got a few drive modes. I've just been using it in normal, but loads of space. I mean, again, I'm not used to having this much space in a car on a day-to-day basis, so I'm really, as you can imagine, I'm kind of over the moon at the moment. Bear in mind also that although I think it's coming up for 3.5 years old now, again, loads of space in the back, plenty for us. Although it's coming up to 3 years old now, this car has a 5-year warranty, and then also it qualifies for Toyota's 10-year if you keep servicing it at a Toyota dealer, they'll extend that for another 5 years. Now the main reason, the one reason I really chose this car, 2019. Now when we got the Mazda, I think we set the record for the used car with the lowest amount of miles, 3,500 miles when we got that at 3 years old. We've got this car at 3.5 years old, and when I set off it had done 2,454 miles. So that gives you an idea of why we thought it was such a great buy. Well, that's me sat feeling quite pleased with myself. I know this is not glamorous like some of the cars on YouTube, but it's quite a big achievement for me, believe me. If you, like I say, I keep saying it, but considering where I've come from, I'm sat in my heated seat. I'm looking as well at my virtual dash, so it's quite a big achievement for me. And if you want to see more about this car, we'll do a little bit more content on it. Like I said, we'll at least take it for a drive. Then if you want to hit subscribe below, that would be fantastic. I'd appreciate that. And if you've liked this one, if you can hit thumbs up as well, that would be good. I even just noticed I'm averaging 53.5 miles per gallon, so it's even getting better MPG than the other car. Hopefully the weather's going to improve in the not too distant future, but it's getting dark now. I'm going to try and polish. I've got one last bit left to do. Thanks very much for watching. I shall see you again soon. Goodbye. I'm happy.